So, me and Anita are having this discussion about me sharing my experience of abuse, which she says she's spokesperson for Esperanza Dance Project, and then she was trying to get restraining order against me, so I couldn't. And she tells me you don't have any right to post on the Esperanza Dance Project or put meaning her, what she does on mine. She feels that a violation. When she's saying that she's a spokesperson, that's what they do. They advocate for victims of abuse, give them space to tell the story. This is my story of abuse. That's Tanya's story of abuse, Neda's story of abuse, Mom's story of abuse, Karina. And then, so she always comes up with this stuff. It's fascinating, the stuff she comes up. You are not supposed to speak on behalf of survivors. You are not supposed to speak on behalf. You should instead empower them to find their own voice and give them the agency to choose if they want to tell their story. So, Anita, you're supposed to empower them to find their own voice. So I found my voice. I have found my voice. Give them the agency. So give me the agency to choose. I've chosen. I want to tell my story. You're saying that's what I should do, but then why are you blocking me from telling my story? That Tanya story, she said it willingly. I recorded it. She's looking in the camera. She's saying it. Why do you think she said it? And it's my story. She was my girlfriend. I'm recording. It's my life. What you're doing to me is my life. How dare you tell me I don't have to write? It's my story of abuse. You perpetrated on me, Anita. And you're saying you provide space for victims to tell their story. So I'm telling my story. I want to tell everyone. You tell me I don't have a right to tell it. You provide space, but then you tell them they don't have a right to tell their story because you're the perpetrator and you don't want it come to light. You pretending to be an advocate when you're the cruelest perpetrator I've ever known. You're worse than that Justine Taylor. She couldn't succeed. She gave up. You continued what she started. And I'm thinking your dad had something to do with her moving in the first place with that Tony Bongiovanni. I think it was his idea. The dad's got connections, right? Anita, she's known Tony Bongiovanni before he married Alice, right? They had childhood together, I'm thinking. They have the same Brooklyn accent. You acknowledge that. They all hate people who look like me because of 9/11. And Tony has that in his profile, the 9/11 icons. Mike Villardi has them. Justine Taylor has them. And Sam goes on telling that dirty joke about Arab genocide. And the girl with the big boobs, the blonde, and that Trump goes, "Why did you kill the girl with the big boobs?" And it says, "See, I told you no one will care about the millions of Arabs." You know what's going on? You pretend that you don't know. That's my story of abuse. You and your dad and cousin Albert perpetrated not only on me and my mom, but mom's sister Vasenik, Albert's mom, who died. We found out many months later after she had passed. Mom's calling all over trying to find out what's going on with her sister. And the other sister, Galupse, who was in a room with no windows. And then we found out she also had passed. You tell us she was recovering from hip surgery, and then it was too painful, and she was getting a little bit too much morphine for the pain. The palliative care, that's what it happens, right? Now you're doing it to my mom. I have to check every day to make sure she's still alive. That's my story of abuse. Why would you be fighting me? I have my own voice. I have my agency. I'm choosing. I want to tell my story. You're saying it's a violation to post a survivor story that they told you in confidence. They told me, and I'm saying it in confidence because I have a First Amendment right, God-given right to speak, voice it. So do they. We're all one, Anita. The violation is what you're doing because you're the perpetrator. You don't want the story heard by your Esperanza Dance Project. You're saying it reflects badly. Yeah, it reflects badly that you're pretending to be an advocate when you're the cruelest perpetrator I've ever met, Anita.